jump start apparently. Just trying to have a nice relaxing winter play of, dirt rally. It's been a long off season. Needed some rallycross action. Everybody plays dirt rally like this, don't they? I thought. Anyway, we got to stop playing dirt rally because hot off the printer, all about the props this morning. Let me put the phone here. We've got the list from the FIA of the full-time drivers for the 2017 FIA World Rallycross Championship, which makes me very excited indeed. Here it is. I've got a cheeky little preview of it. So first of all, Matthias Ekström and Topi Heikkinen for EKS. Pretty much expected. The world champion, obviously running number one on the car for the first time. Excited to see that. They've got Audi backing this year. I think you've got to have those two up there as well. Ekström certainly as a favourite, and Heikkinen towards the end of the season. Form was really good. And they're joined by Reinis Nitish in a third car, which is really interesting. Now, only two cars are allowed to take part in the team's championship, and those drivers are nominated for the season. You could change them 28 days before an event, but I think it's unlikely unless Ekström has to miss an event for the DTM, in which case we might see Nitish, who of course will be on it and will know the car, jump into that team and maybe not run the third car at that event. Or will we see Ekström do the whole series? We'll ask him when we get to Barcelona. Ford, Ken Block, Andreas Bakkerud. Those guys are going to be right up there. Bakkerud last year was unbelievable. Some brilliant wins with a car which was still in development. So looking forward to seeing what they can do. We know they've been testing in America already. So Bakkerud and Block ready to go with the Ford Focus RS RX. So are they going to be able to challenge Ekström? Of course, with Ford backing there against Audi as well. Now, on to the next of the manufacturer-backed teams. We've got Hansen and Loeb with Peugeot. They need to have a good start to the season. They've had a couple of seasons now where they haven't got off on the right foot. If they can get off on the right foot right at the start of the year, then I think we might see them challenge a little bit more. And they're going to need a little bit more grunt maybe than they had last year. We know they've been working hard in the background too. Great to have Peugeot on board in the World Championship again. Now, what's interesting, really interesting, of course, from the winter, apart from Audi coming in to back Ekström, he was with Audi already, is Petter Solberg, the outgoing world champion, whose new teammate is Johan Kristoffersson, who, of course, finished second in the championship last year. They've picked up Volkswagen Works backing. These guys, of course, completely steamrolled the World Rally Championship for the last few years. They've stopped doing that now, and I think there's going to be a fair bit of focus on Solberg's programme. So it's going to be really interesting to see, will the Polo be on the pace right at the start of the series, or are they going to have some work to do to be able to keep up with the other guys? So four manufacturer-backed teams, Volkswagen, Peugeot, Ford and Audi, all going at it for the team's championship and, of course, for the drivers' championship as well. Now, I mentioned a third driver for Audi. Of course, Peugeot have got a third driver as well, Kevin Hansen, so he's another individual entry, so not taking part for the team's championship. Both Kevin and Reinis, you could say, will be there. They can play a part in that team's title chase. They can take points off other people. I don't think you're going to see any dirty driving. And interestingly, I don't know whether most of the drivers have read this in the regulations, but this year we've got a CCTV system set up around the whole circuit, which is going to be independent of the TV cameras. So if we have an incident in a corner which we're looking somewhere else on TV, so we're maybe following the leaders and something happens further back, the stewards are going to be able to look at this CCTV system and decide if there's been any foul play. So I don't think we'll see those third cars doing anything naughty, but I do think we'll see them obviously taking points off people, maybe doing tactical things when it comes to semi-finals to let people through. We'll have to see how that plays out. Now, in terms of other permanent entries, Timo Scheider and Kevin Eriksson for MJP Racing Team Austria. Can't wait to see Scheider go for a full season. This guy's always got a smile on his face. He's missing one event. Andrew Jordan stands in there. Kevin round the outside, Eriksson. Epic driver, Estering last year. A full season again with Team Austria. We know that car's good from Baumanis and Timozyanov last year, and they've been working on that over the winter. And what's interesting, of course, is that Timozyanov and Baumanis have left that team and gone to Team Stard, which is set up by Manfred Stoll, who, of course, was originally a part of Team Austria. So we can expect those cars to be good as well. So absolutely amazing lineup of team entries there. In terms of the individuals, we've also got JB Dubourg, who's won the Andros Racing Trophy twice in a Peugeot 208, a good car. So looking forwad to seeing what he can do. He had a podium at Loiac not so long ago. Niklas Gronholm in an ex-Ken Block Ford Fiesta built by M Sport, going to be run by Gronholm RX. What can Gronholm do now? He's had a season and now he's on his own. Remember, these individual entries haven't got to think of anybody else. They can just crack on, a bit like Solberg has for the last couple of years. We've got Lukács Cornell, or Cornel Lukács, or Choo Choo as he likes to be known sometimes. He hasn't quite decided what he wants to be called on the entry list yet. He's in a Kia Rio, and that means, of course, we're going to see a wild card entry from Gigi Gali once they've got the second car built. So looking forward to having Gali on board. There'll be loads of wild cards through the year as well. So if your favourite driver's not on this list, don't worry. We might still see them yet. And of course, we've got Guy Wilkes, who I think was probably the best kept secret over the winter. Nobody saw this coming. He's got Christopherson's VW Polo from last year, and he's going to be entering all the events as well. So we've got, what have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We've got 20 full-time, high-class World Rallycross Championship drivers, and I cannot wait for the season to start. Luckily, we've only got to wait 4 weeks, and we're headed off to Barcelona for round 1. You know what the hashtag is? Well, Rex, there it is on my cup of tea. I'm going to go and get changed because there's a bloke about to deliver some wardrobe doors, and he's going to think I'm very strange indeed if I'm still dressed like this. See you in 4 weeks. Pause, edit, the infamous Coley maths. 18, not 20.